Hey everybody, Cougar here, back with more of our beginner's quick start guide to the amazing underwater survival game Subnautica. The game has just been updated. It has been updated to add, among other things, the exosuit. So I wanted to make a guide that is focused on making a beeline for the exosuit. To do that, we will need to get into the Aurora. Before we go into the Aurora, we want to craft a laser cutter, a welder, and a fire extinguisher. We are also going to need a propulsion cannon. There are passages in the Aurora that are blocked by debris. We will need a propulsion cannon to clear that debris in order to progress further into the Aurora. I think the most challenging part of that for people experiencing this update for the first time is probably going to be getting a diamond for the laser cutter. So I want to show you how to do that right now. We are going to put the Aurora on our right and start swimming away from towards the sunrise, which is basically north. Another thing we will probably want to have is a compass, because I will be giving you instructions on where to find stuff, and it's probably going to make it easier to do that for me and for you to follow if we both have a compass. In order to get a compass, first we need to find some magnetite. So after swimming north along the side of the Aurora for a while, you'll see as we get to the surface here that there will be a newish mountain island in front of us. Give you a little frame of reference here. There's the Aurora. Our life pod is back there. There's the new mountain. We dive down toward the base of the mountain. We should start seeing two things. We'll see some magnetite, which we need to grab to unlock our compass. See in the upper left-hand corner, compass unlocked. We also have some basalt outcroppings here, which should either contain gold or diamond. We are looking for diamond. That was gold, but we'll keep trying. There's a diamond. Pretty easy to find. Found it within the first day. So we picked up some magnetite, which unlocks the compass, and we picked up a diamond, which we will need to build our laser cutter. Since we have not actually unlocked much stuff, we haven't been able to scan stuff yet, I want to be swimming along the floor, the sea floor here, to try to spot and scan as many fragments as possible. There is a wreck. There's nothing in there that interests us right now, but let me show you right here. That is a door that will need the laser cutter to open. That's why we're building the laser cutter, so we can get into these wrecks and so we can get through doors like these in the Aurora.
Near blueprint acquired.
And now we go to personal tools, find the laser cutter. We have a diamond, a battery, and titanium. We can make our laser cutter. While we're in the Aurora, we are also going to want to repair the damaged nuclear cores in there. So we want to build ourselves a welder. We know how to do that. We just need some Crashfish powder. Let me go grab some of that right now. There's Crashfish. Come get me, baby. Five damage, not too bad. One of the changes with the update is that Crashfish nests will now either give you crash powder or a crash egg. We are not interested in that egg right now. Let's try to get another Crashfish. Come here, babe. Yeah, and that one's got powder in it. Alright. 4 Crashfish attacks, and I only lost 17 health. That's pretty good. There's some powder. More eggs, and more powder there.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
There's some more salt. Swimming with the stalkers. Don't be scared of the stalkers. And there's some more salt. I need 3 salt. That's 3. Alright, we're back in the life pod. Now we are going to make our magnesium from the 3 salt we just picked up. That will allow us to make our welder. Another thing you probably want to consider bringing along when you go to the Aurora is a fire extinguisher. We've got our laser cutter, we've got our welder. We are almost ready to go and try to retrieve the propulsion cannon from the wreck out there. Before we do that, I think we really probably should have a sea glide. Sea glide will allow us to get down to depth faster since we do not have a sea moth to recharge our air. We're going to have to be really careful about going down and coming back up to this deep wreck. So creepvine clusters, basic materials to make lubricant. Takes 3 creepvine seed clusters. Now we go to our deployables. We have everything we need to make the sea glide. Now we are ready to go try to reach that wreck. The wreck is going to be almost directly north of our life pod. So I'm just going to start swimming north. Alright, there's the wreck we are looking for. There is a door that we can open. Oops. We're almost out of air already. So let's get back to the surface and get some air before we start exploring this.
Caution, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining. Emergency, 10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
We should be okay. 30 meters depth. We still got a little bit of air and our air bladder. Alright, so just for reference, now if you look at the... Yeah, shut up. If you look at the compass on the top there, it's pointing directly south as I look at our life pod. So we are directly north of our life pod, and we are directly west of that island, mountain island there. Sea glide to get back down to the wreck quickly, using as little oxygen as possible. Look for that door on the side. There it is. Flashlight, thank you. Stasis rifle fragment, we don't need. Stasis rifle fragment, we do not need. Stasis rifle fragment. Stasis. Propulsion cannon fragment. Scan it. That's enough for now. Let's get some more oxygen. Got to keep in mind how deep we are here.
Caution, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining. Emergency, 10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
So, of course, the other way to do this, probably the easier way to do this, is to make a CMOTH first. But in order to make the CMOTH, we have to find and scan the mobile vehicle bay fragments, build that, and then find and scan all the CMOTH fragments, and then build that. What I'm trying to do is just kind of take the most direct path to getting into the Aurora. And for me, that means just relying on the sea glide to get us down to this wreck quickly, where we can scan our propulsion cannon fragments. Hopefully there are more. Stasis. Need stasis. Goodness. That's it. Alright, and the other one is probably behind this sealed door. I don't even know if it's going to be freaking possible. Alright.
Caution, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Alright. We've got one propulsion cannon fragment, which is sufficient because I happen to know, spoiler alert, that
Emergency. 10 seconds of oxygen remaining.
there is another propulsion cannon fragment on board the Aurora. So, with the exception of our radiation, we should survive this. With the exception of our radiation suit, which we have not built yet, we are actually, at this point, good to go into the Aurora because we have one of two. Let's go to our blueprints, go to the top where it shows us we have one of two propulsion cannon fragments. So we can go into the Aurora knowing that there is another propulsion cannon fragment in there. I think it's going to be too challenging for us to try to get a second propulsion cannon fragment out of that wreck without a Seamoth. So let's head back to the life pod, build ourselves a radiation suit, and then head into the Aurora. We will have to make trips in and out of the Aurora now. So we'll go in, we'll get the propulsion cannon fragment, we'll have to come back out, build the propulsion cannon, then go back into the Aurora in order to use the propulsion cannon to clear the debris to help us get farther into the Aurora. Cook me up some fiber mesh using the prefine symbols that we just cut. I've already found some lead in my explorations. I have 2 pieces of lead. I should be able to make our radiation suit. Yep. Alright, so we should be ready to head over to the Aurora to retrieve the second propulsion cannon fragment. Let's take a quick look at our inventory. Most importantly, we have our radiation suit, including helmet and gloves. Those come with the suit when you build it. We also have our welder, our laser cutter, and a fire extinguisher. We probably will not need those on this trip because we're only going over there to retrieve that second propulsion cannon fragment. But we've got them. So let's start heading toward the nose of the Aurora. Alright, as we're getting close to the Aurora, an important thing to point out, there used to be an entrance over here on the side of the Aurora. There is not an entrance on the side of the Aurora anymore. There are instead 2 entrances on the front of the Aurora. I will show you both those entrances as we're here, although we will not be able to get through them until we have the propulsion cannon. Yep, there he is. That's a stalker, but I heard the Reaper as well. He's going to be down there somewhere. As long as we hug the ship like this, we're probably fine. Oh, there he is. Yeah, we'll just stay close to the ship and hopefully be inside this wreckage before he can hear us or see us or actually come after us. Yeah, here's an entrance right here. We'll just come in through here. And now we're safe from the Reaper. Now, I said that there were 2 entrances in the front of the Aurora. I'll show you one right now that we cannot access because we do not have the propulsion cannon. It's right here on this lower level. That's a doorway right there, but we can't get in there until we have the cannon. And the cannon is on the upper level, so we'll have to go the other way to grab that. Might as well put some of these containers over here. Battery. Oh, also they've instituted a sprint mechanic now, so holding down shift will let you sprint as you run. Signal. Alright, now we are at the upper ramp entrance. We're not really worried about any of this stuff right now. I just want to grab the propulsion cannon fragment and get back to the life pod to build it. Just take a quick look in case there's anything awesome, like a power cell! could also use some water. I should probably be checking these just in case they got water. Another power cell! Ah! Water. I'm gonna drink that right now. And sprinting, sprinting, sprinting. Try not to get hit by this crap falling from the ceiling. And stay out of the way of these little nasty, freaky little crabs. I hate those things. They don't do much damage, but damn, they're annoying. Screw the signals. That's not why we're here. Alright, so across this little I-beam, I'm sure you've all been here, done this before. It's nothing new here. Ah, another fire extinguisher. That's going to come in handy. Might as well have a second first aid kit. Alright, so we've got our fire extinguisher. We don't need it here, but just to show you how it works. Aim at the base of the fire, hold down the right mouse button, and you'll be putting out these fires. Right here is the second propulsion cannon fragment. Go ahead and scan that.
New blueprint acquired.
I'm not going to get too spoilery. I'm not going to read those PDAs with you.
Integrating new PDA data.
I will show you that there is more stuff to do over here. This does not involve getting the exosuit. Let's make sure that fire's completely out. Take some damage like I just did. This does not directly involve getting the exosuit, but I'll just show you that there is stuff to pick up and scan and read and so on in here. Salute for you in this direction. But what we really want is to go back and make our propulsion cannon so that eventually we can come down and move this debris right here using the propulsion cannon. Alright, so we have the blueprint for the propulsion cannon. I'm just going to take us back out and head back to the life pod, and we will build it there. There's a nice little diving board right up here. We'll use that to get back into the water directly. Boing. We have computer chip and gold, which we need 2 times gold to make an advanced wiring kit. So we have that. Remember, we are trying to make the propulsion cannon, and we need an advanced wiring kit, a battery, which just takes copper and mushrooms, and titanium. We are ready to build our propulsion cannon. Very nice. Let's equip it. Check it out. Nice. Now what we can do with this is pick stuff up, move it around, pick up stuff like, I didn't get any of that, did I? Like, I say we can pick up stuff like some quartz and fling it. That bounced nice, didn't it? Let's grab some of this metal salvage and fling it. So that's what our propulsion cannon is going to do, and it's going to do that to the debris that is blocking our path when we get into the Aurora. So that's why we do it. I think that's going to do it for this episode, part 1 of 2, as far as getting the exosuit. In this episode, we were focused on getting the propulsion cannon. So what we did was, first we got a diamond from the mountain over there to make the laser cutter. We made the welder. We made the sea glide. We took the sea glide out to the wreck that's to the north of the life pod. We got 1 propulsion cannon fragment there. We went into the Aurora. We got another propulsion cannon fragment there. We built the propulsion cannon fragment. Now, next episode, we are ready to go into the Aurora and actually explore all the new areas and get the exosuit. So thanks for watching, everybody. Stay dry.